Hi, I'm Aishwarya Bhatkal. I'm a student from India. I study animation at this school called Dr. Beltran School of Animation and Visual Wonder. It's in Bangalore. And art to me has always been like a gift from my tooth fairy. It kept coming to me in the form of sketching, drawing and painting, and I didn't really recognize it. But then suddenly they were all pointing towards the same thing, you know. A bit of pain in the beginning, but then some solid pearly whites that will stick with me to the end.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's your day been?
Oh, it's been amazing. I've been doing a workshop by Goro Fujita. It was really mind-blowing.
How's your THU experience been so far?
Well, I didn't expect it to be like this. It's so informal and it's so friendly, and the atmosphere is just, it's really lovely. And to see artists around me everywhere is like, it's like one of my dreams come true. And a month ago, I wouldn't have known that this was gonna happen.
So, tell me about that. What was it like when you found out you were going to come?
It's a long story. So I went to this event called GAFX in India, and from there I was figure drawing a lot, and I was interacting with the other artists, and someone from there noticed me and he said, "Hey, can you do the same thing in THU?" So, and his name is PC Vikram.
Oh, yeah.
And so he said, "I'm going to give you a name to this and this foundation, and they might pick you for THU." So I didn't think it would happen, but I gave my bio and I gave my name, and then a month later, that is last month, I got to know that okay, I have to do my visa because I'm invited to THU, and
That's awesome.
wow, it was crazy.
So, what's the biggest thing that surprised you so far about Malta and THU?
I guess the lack of people, because I'm not used to. I'm used to like a bustling city, so yeah. I
So,
guess.
tell me about that. Where are you from?
I'm from Bangalore. It's a bustling city. And there's either people traffic or regular traffic. There's always a buzz in your ears.
Do you leave India frequently, or?
No, this is actually my second time. The first time was when I was really young. I was 7 years old. I went to the US.
Is that pretty common? Would you say India has a very high appreciation of the artist lifestyle, or?
I would say not really, because if I am a 15-year-old kid and I say I want to become an engineer, then everyone will be very happy, and then they'll congratulate me, and then they'll be like, work hard. But if I want to be an artist, they'll be like, I think you should rethink your choices. Just think a little more. Yeah. So it's not like it's discouraged and say you're not supposed to be an artist, you shouldn't be an artist. But it's like, it's seen as something that people who are not smart do. So that's one thing.
So, when did you fall in love with art?
Always.
Always.
In fact, in my bio, I've written art was like a gift from my tooth fairy.
Explain that.
It's like, ever since I've been losing teeth, like at that young an age, I've been addicted to art. Not addicted, but yeah, I've fallen in love with art.
What did you start with? Was it just coloring books in advance?
Yeah. It's always been coloring books. In fact, even now I love coloring.
So if you had to define your art style right now, what would you describe it as?
Pastel-y. Is that a style?
Yeah.
Yeah, pastel-y.
Yeah. How did you come to that?
I think when I was small, I started oil painting classes, and the pastel-y effect from there and the oil painting-ness from there. I've kind of grown up with that style, so I can't get rid of it, and I don't want to. So, yeah.
What inspires you when you're doing your art?
Other artists, actually.
Like who?
They inspire me a lot. I think my first inspiration to take art professionally was this artist called Chin Hang. I found her on Instagram. She's like a 28-year-old artist or something. And after I saw her art, I started to imitate it. And after that, I knew that, okay, I want to do this as a profession, not just as a time pass.
Yeah. So Do you use Instagram as a way to kind of stay connected to the global art community?
Yeah, I do. Because most of the artists, even if they're not there on Instagram, someone posts their artwork. There are many pages that you can contact, and yeah, I would say I would go to Instagram and ArtStation actually.
And then, so are you in university now? Are you a working professional? Where are you at?
I just graduated and I'm gonna job hunt next month, in the next coming months.
Do you have any places you're really excited to apply to, or are hoping that you get an internship maybe? Or
A couple of places in India, in
Gotcha.
Bangalore, because Bangalore has the one of the better scenes for animation and art.
And so you're wanting to be in animation?
Yeah, my long-term goal would be animated films, and yeah, making maybe backgrounds and the visual style for them.
Your bio says that you're interested in storytelling.
Yeah,
So tell me about that. What kind of stories do you want to tell?
actually, I want to tell climate change related stories because that's one thing I've always been passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which which angle? Like what kind of stories with that?
Well, actually, Bangalore is a very, environmentally friendly focused city. So I've grown up with that. So the idea of cutting a tree is like, it's so heart wrenching. So I've grown up with that.
That's great.
So it's like, I can only think of like saving the oceans and, planting more trees and, that world of climate change, cleaning the garbage, that angle.
So that's your biggest like hot, like that's like
Yeah, that's the topics that I would choose to make stories on.
awesome. And then would you say like how many students are female versus male that you just graduated with?
I think 80% male and 20% female.
What's that like?
I actually don't tend to notice it because in the school itself we were treated as, we were encouraged equally. I never felt any, discrepancy.
That's great. Do you find yourself being drawn more to like female artists or male artists, or is it more just about the art? Or
I realize I think I've been drawn to female artists. I realized that just when you asked.
is it almost like a mentorship component, like looking to see yourself in other artists, or?
Yeah, maybe. I think, yeah. No, and also the artists that I look up to are very like dreamlike, and they have this magical quality. And most of them happen to be women, at least off the top of my head.
So what would you like to share with the world about your home?
I think there's very little that I can say that people would really understand about my home. So I would encourage you to come and see what it's like. It's very different.
Are there
It's
any
like a different planet.
different planet? In which ways?
I was just telling my friend, like, even the littlest things are different. Like, even the grass is different. Even the bugs are different. Well, except cockroaches. But
Universal, right?
yeah.
And then with India, you just would say come and visit. Like in terms of, are there any movies or TV shows that you feel like really properly represent your home that people should be watching?
Oh, there's this really nice Indian movie called Queen. It's about how this really timid woman, she goes on her honeymoon on her own because her husband ditches her. And she goes on her honeymoon on her own and discovers the world. It's a very powerful story in a way, yeah.
In closing, if you had to give anybody some advice that's maybe thinking about coming to THU, like what do you think about, like is that an important thing that they should do, come to THU?
Yeah, any artist or graphic designer or photographer, I would encourage them to come to THU because when I was without an art community, I was a completely different person, and I realized how important it is to have an art family like around you. And it's like a different kind of family, it's like an adoptive family.
Love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.